Looking to back up last week's Sandy Park victory over Cardiff Met, Exeter University made the trip to West Country rivals Bath, searching for a fourth straight BUCS Super Rugby victory in front of the live stream cameras. In freezing conditions, both sides looked to test each other out in the opening exchanges, Exeter going close through Will Yarnell, only for the referee to block his route to the try line after Charlie McKay could burst through within metres of the Bath line. After a cagey opening 10 minutes, it was the hosts who almost struck first. After a miscommunication in Exeter's midfield, they've seen Rahul Patel sprint clear, feeding to Alfie Garside, who looked for all money to be in, only for a last-ditch covering tackle from Kofi Barton Byfield to deny him the score. Bath wouldn't have to wait long though for their opening score of the night, and it came from fly half George Warboys, who walked through a gap to dot down. Warboys then converted his own score to leave Bath ahead after the quarter of an hour mark. Exeter needed to respond, and quickly, and they created their first real opportunity since those opening exchanges, Tom Hitchcock feeding Eddie Bullock on the far touchline. Whilst the Exeter line-out wasn't quite functioning as expected, the scrum was doing its job. Exeter's first score of the night came from a free kick, quickly taken by Will Yarnell to feed Archie Hosking. Before the pack went to work, Matt Cook reaching over from close range. Barton then levelled proceedings from the tee, but Warboys was quick to restore his own side's advantage, picking off a stray pass to race clear from well inside his own half for his second try of the evening. Crucially though, the fly half missed the conversion for his side, leaving Exeter trailing by 5 points with 5 minutes left of the first half. With the Bath scrum in reverse, Exeter's response was just as clinical as it was quick. Archie Hosking picking up from the base of the scrum to power over from close range. Barton again added the extras to see his side hit the front for the first time on the night. Hosking came alive in the half's final moments as Exeter pushed for a third score to hit their host with a sucker punch before the break. Whilst that third score didn't materialise, Bath were reduced to 14 players, Matt Mason seeing yellow for a pullback on Daffyd Jenkins. In the second half though, it was Bath who came out firing. After Ollie White had almost managed to pitch the ball at the maul, Bath worked the ball to Alex Clayton, who burst within metres of the Exeter line. Bath then recycled the ball quickly, Warboys sensing a hat-trick bursting down the short side, only to be hauled down the try line begging. That try duly arrived the next phase though, as Tom Carr-Smith threw an impressive offload inside to Duncan Hood to dot down. Warboys again converted to see his side hit the front in a pulsating match. Minutes later, Bath had their bonus point score, George Warboys securing his hat-trick after this inside ball from Alex Clayton following an initial bust from Ted Johnson. Warboys again added the extras, leaving Exeter in search of something special to haul their way back into the match. The Exeter scrum had been dominant all evening, and this huge scrum penalty against the head gave them a cause for optimism. Josh Barton slotting the penalty to reduce the deficit. It was in chasing the game that Exeter played some of their best rugby of the evening, this searing break from Charlie McKay taking play from well inside his own half to the Bath 22, only for another handling error to let his side down. Bath, though, were not going to allow Exeter an easy route back into the match, as substitutes Eric Bryant and Will Kenner linked up to take play back inside the Exeter half. Bath went hunting a game-winning score from Sam Mercer, only for Josh Barton to pop up with a crucial turnover for his side. With less than 5 minutes of the match remaining, Exeter finally worked themselves to a scoring position. Despite their best efforts though, after several strong carries from the pack, they were held up over the line as Bath breathed a huge sigh of relief. With time ticking away, Exeter were finally able to show themselves at their free-flowing best. Replacement Alec Lloyd-Seed fed Josh Barton, who was finally able to burst through a gap, feeding Arthur Relton on the wing to screech in out wide. The opportunity to win looked to have been lost with this stray pass, but there was to be one final moment for Exeter. From the resulting line-out, a superb steal from Dafford Jenkins allowed his side one final opportunity to attack, with the game clock now in the red. Tom Addison carried hard in midfield before the replacements Jack Possett and Alec Lloyd-Seed combined to take play up towards the Bath 22. Exeter now needed to keep their composure, this carry from Matt Cook allowing themselves to realign in attack. The match-winning try came seconds later, Charlie McCaig popping up at first receiver and feeding Tom Addison, who cut a sumptuous line through the Bath defence to race through and ground under the posts, leaving the hosts heartbroken as the Exeter team enveloped him after securing the most remarkable of BUCS Super Rugby victories.